What's up, homies, and welcome to another trailer reaction of this official trailer of Stan Lee. So this is a official trailer to a documentary of Stan Lee that is going to be streaming on Disney Plus pretty soon in about a week or so. And I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with this. I mean, Stan Lee is a huge part of why I am such a big fan of comics. I first was introduced into comics, and when I was in the fifth grade, I remember I was in the library and we had to check out a book, and I had no idea what I wanted to pick, and I wound up coming across this tome of comics, and it was the Fantastic Four. I took it home, I read it page to page, cover to cover, multiple times for that week. And then after that, when you had to go back to the library, I remember going to the librarian and actually asking her, was there anything else that they had like this? And of course she was like, no, but we do have Spider-Man over there. So I ran over there and looked, and they had another thick tome of like 7 or 8 issues of Spider-Man, this guy right here. And that right there was the moment that solidified my love of comics, because I just was drawn so much to Spider-Man, because at the time I was a kid, I wore glasses, I was a nerd in school in the fifth grade, and I just gravitated so much towards that character. And without Stan Lee, I would have never had the love for comics, and not just Marvel comics, comics in general, because that opened up the door for me to start reading things in DC and Marvel and so many other comics and anime. So I'm really excited what they're going to do in this documentary, and I'm sure it's going to be a tribute to the wonderful world of Stan Lee, because he has given us glorious characters that we are excited about watching today on film. Without him, hey, there would be no Marvel Cinematic Universe. So let's go ahead and get into this trailer reaction. Here we go.
Look great, Hef.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a camera wrap on the creator of Iron Man, Mr. Stan Lee.
Hi, I'm Stan Lee, editor of the Marvel Comics Group
he doesn't have a
of
beard.
superhero comic magazines.
Look at that.
We didn't have any money. It was during the Depression, but I would read everything I could get my hands on. And man, I felt as though I could go anywhere. What I tried to do was write the kind of stories I would want to read.
Our superheroes are the kind of people that you or I would be
That's
if
what
we
I
had
read.
a superpower.
It's really a religious crusade, I like to think.
Stan was always an upbeat person. I never saw him angry.
There are so many bad things in the world that if you can entertain somebody for a while, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
If you really want to change things and make them better, you've got to plunge in.
Oh man, that just kind of almost kind of gets me emotional watching it, because Stan Lee was just so, I never got a chance to meet him, and I always said I wanted to go to a Comic-Con to eventually get a chance to meet him, and unfortunately he passed away before I had an opportunity to do that. But without Stan Lee, I would not have a love for comics. And every time I saw him, he was always smiling. And I even remember when I started watching the Amazing Spider-Man cartoon way back in the day, it was called Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, how he would just always introduce the cartoon, like just his voice would just already capture you. And he would say, "Welcome, true believers." And of course, the phrase that he loves to use, "Excelsior." I mean, I'm just so overwhelmed. I cannot wait to see this, and I wonder if it's just going to be, just one big documentary that day, or is it going to be like a episodic series that they're going to show? And I really do hope they take their time and build it out, because he has had a long career, and his love for what he believed in, and that's the thing. Marvel had its ups and downs, and it was on a really downturn at one time where Stan was really struggling, because nobody was buying comics, but he just had a love for his product. He had a love for what we believed in, and that's why we are where we are today. And without him, there would be no Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Incredible Hulk, Daredevil. I mean, the list goes on and on. Black Panther. I mean, and a lot of people don't know this, but Stan Lee actually created the character Black Panther in a Fantastic Four edition, and he also created the character before there was the Black Panthers. It was something that he had thought of, and the fact that he took a black superhero and made him part of this nation of Wakanda that was the most technology advanced in the world. I mean, that's the wonderful mind of Stan Lee, because he was like, I'm not going to box him in. I want him to be more than just, you know, a black superhero. And just without Stan Lee, I would not be able to even get that experience of a black superhero with all that. And because not only was Black Panther very strong, he was really smart, he was really intelligent, and he was part of a very powerful nation, and he was a king. And without him, I would not have had Spider-Man, or somebody that I looked up to. And I really love Stan Lee for that. So I'm going on my soapbox here to just show my admiration for such a wonderful person, what he meant so much in my life, and why I am such a comic book geek to this day. So thank you, Stan Lee, for doing that for me, because it really does mean the world to me. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this reaction. As always, I want to go ahead and close this before I get too emotional, but thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And as always, I'll be back here with another reaction.